Thank you for joining me on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it'll be another profitable day for you. Wednesday, July 5th, Major League Baseball slate. Just a reminder, 4 teams we fade or follow: Cubs, Royals, Dodgers, Blue Jays. So sticking with that, first game for us out of the chute is going to be the Royals and the Twins. Twins monster favorite again today with Pablo Lopez pitching against Alec Marsh. Don't see why this series would go any different than it has so far, which has been Twins by 4 and Twins by 6. So kind of in that realm there. So we're hopping on Twins money line, -1.5, -2.5, 3.5, and 4.5. We're going back to the 4.5 again on this game here. Twins -0.5 first 5, -1.5 first 7, over 4.5 team total. Pablo Lopez to record a win. It actually came at even money, so we're going to need at least 5 out of him today to have a shot. Byron Buxton and Donovan Solano over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I can't believe both those guys are at 1.5 today after the monsters they had yesterday. So good news on that one. So just a reminder, on the Twins Royals game, Twins money line, run line -1.5 through 4.5, -0.5 first 5, 1.5 first 7, over 4.5 team total, which I'm surprised it wasn't 5.5. Pablo Lopez to record a win. Buxton and Solano over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Next game out of the chute for us, shortly after that game, is going to be Cubs Brewers in Milwaukee still. Milwaukee has been late inning heroics in this game. The Cubs have had both games won, gave away game 1, went to extras and barely got out of that one in game 2. And the Cubs are a big favorite today at -150 on the road. So not exactly sure. I mean, I know Justin Steele's pitching and everybody's on Steele because he's going to be an all-star, leading the league in ERA. But the Cubs is a favorite. The team that I watch every day, they suck as a favorite, to put it mildly, unless it's against maybe the A's or the Royals or something. But so we are going to ride the Brewers money line today, +1.5, +2.5. And then we're also going to throw in a couple -1.5 and -2.5 for that as well. So, and then Brewers +0.5 first 5 and first 7 innings. And then Cubs Brewers no run first inning. Adrian Hauser over 15.5 outs. And the Brewers over 3.5 team total. They haven't scored less than 6 runs so far this series. So not exactly sure what's going on. And Yelich over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He has hit about 370 against Steele. Does have I want to say maybe 15 to 20 at bats, somewhere in that range. So even though, lefty-lefty matchup or whatever, Yelich seems to catch the ball pretty well off of him. So Brewers money line +1.5, +2.5, -1.5 and 2.5, +0.5 first 5 and first 7 innings. How about a no-run first inning in this game? Hauser over 15.5 outs, Brewers over 3.5 team total, and Yelich over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Next game up for us is going to be Blue Jays White Sox. The Lance Lynn fade is going on here, so we will take the Blue Jays today money line as their slight favorite. I'm shocked they're not more. Blue Jays -1.5, -2.5, and 3.5. -0.5 first 5 and first 7 innings. Over the 4.5 team total. Berrios, we're going to take in a couple different ones here. We're going to get Berrios over 17.5 outs, so we need 6 innings there. Over 4.5 Ks, so we need 5 strikeouts, and then to record a win. And then we're also going to take Lance Lynn under 6.5 Ks. Juiced a little heavy, but I don't understand why this line's not at 5.5, to be honest with you. So Lance Lynn under 6.5 Ks. So, I'm sorry. And also Brandon Belt and Whit Merrifield over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Belt's been on kind of a tear, and Merrifield always seems to put the ball in play for the most part, so always a good chance there. So Blue Jays money line -1.5 through 3.5. On the run line, -0.5 first 5, first 7. Over 4.5 team total for the Blue Jays. Berrios we like on several bets today. Over 17.5 outs, over 4.5 strikeouts, and to record a win. Lance Lynn under 6.5 strikeouts. Brandon Belt and Whit Merrifield over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Last game of the day for us, for the slate, is going to be Dodgers Pirates. Dodgers kind of got embarrassed yesterday, giving up a late lead on that one there. So ended up losing that game, I think 9-7. Bobby Miller, though, taking the bump today against Abito. Dodgers, obviously, a huge favorite, not a shock. We will take Dodgers money line minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5. Over 5.5 team total. Also, minus a half first 5, minus 1.5 first 7. And then we're going to take Will Smith over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. James Outman, the same thing, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And then Will Smith to hit a homer. We might have a couple more plays on this game, so make sure you check the Google sheet. But the Bobby Miller props right now are kind of seem to be right on the money on those there, like on outs recorded, or, outs and strikeouts, things we like to play. So just give you a rundown of the Dodgers game. Money line minus 1.5 through 3.5, over 5.5 team total, minus a half first 5, minus 1.5 first 7. Will Smith over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and to hit a home run. And then Outman over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs as well. Do make sure you check the Google sheet in the comments section on the YouTube channels. That'll have a list of all the plays and then also the units, as that's the most important thing, which one we rank higher, which one we're playing more money on, so on and so forth. So make sure you check that out. And as always, if you could rate, review, or subscribe to whatever platform you're watching or listening to us on, whether it's that same YouTube channel or any of the podcasts out there, Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, greatly appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you on the next episode.